Gonna play a little bit of Rise of Nations today. It's a new game I found a few days ago, and I want to do a little tutorial for those who might be interested in playing the game or buying it themselves. So there's a
For the
video at
ambitious
beginning. I don't
tycoon,
know
the
if
start
you
of
wanna
a
watch all
thriving
this.
empire
If you
is
do,
only
go check
ever
out the store
one
page
deal
on
away.
Steam.
Exploiting gaps in the market and meeting demand is all in a day's work for a cunning entrepreneur. And expanding your business is necessary if you're to keep up with the times.
This is a little
But
bit
you
of the
won't be
gameplay
the
footage.
only one looking to make it big.
And,
Competitors in self-sufficient towns will soon leave you
basically, it's
looking
a
for that next
production
niche
line,
in the market. And a change of
logistical
entrepreneurial
game
tactics might
where
be
you, are
necessary
an
to
entrepreneur.
fend off financial collapse. However,
Yeah, we'll just jump right into it. So I'm gonna go with career mode, and we'll just do the normal settings here. So it takes just a second to load. The graphics aren't that crazy. It's just, it seems like whenever it's loading a new map, it takes a little bit longer. So first decision you got to make is where you're going to place your headquarters. So you can pick one of these smaller towns, which are going to have less competition, or you can pick a larger town, which will have more people and more demand for items. I'm gonna go pick a smaller town, one that has some water nearby. Actually, I'm gonna use the terraforming on this one. So this is a farmer's market and a hardware store. You can actually click on the town central building and see what kind of demands they have for resources. So this one has demand for apples, grapes, milk, and beef. And then the hardware store has demand for leather. So I think I'm going to do a cattle production. So let's go ahead and put our headquarters down. So the game's still paused down here. So let's do our first farms. So to start out, you have some free unlocks, 3 free. So let's do wheat, and we're gonna do cattle. So now I can place 2 farms down. Let's do the crop farm. Actually, the first thing we'll need is water, so. Looks like we have a lot of copper, iron there. Let's go over here. So you see how the closer you are to the city, the more negative influence you're going to have. So you want to keep your industry far enough away that they're not going to give you a penalty, or you won't be able to build within city limits. Actually going to rotate and go ahead and do this. So now you can add some harvesters, but you can only put the harvester backs on water. So I saw this little trick where you can terraform and go lower. So let's do a line here. now I should be able to place those harvesters. Yep. So now I'm going to put down a farm for crops. You want to give yourself enough space that you can put down additional buildings as you expand. So they're 4 wide. Okay. Let's see. The water plant produces, let's see here. It's not clear how much the water plant produces, but I need 2 water per field, and each field will produce a grain. And then it looks like I produced 2 wheat per field, so 6 wheat there. So you want to balance that with what the farm will need. Oh, farmed a little bit bigger. Okay. So this needs water and wheat, and the crop farm needs water. So we're going to put the destinations as the farms. So crop and the livestock farms. And then the crop farm will supply the livestock farm. And the livestock farm has 3 things that it produces: beef, milk, and leather. So we're going to send the that was beef to farmer's market, the milk to farmer's market, and then this to the hardware store. And make sure you select the closest one. I just selected the one in another town. So now that all that's been set up, let's hit play. So it takes a few days for the first water to be available. And then the trucks are deployed, and they'll move it to the main building, and then the water will be delivered to the fields and to the livestock farm. So this doesn't have any wheat yet, so it won't be able to produce anything, but the grain farms will begin to come online in just a second here. So we have 2 fields growing right now. Once a little bit more water gets delivered, the 3rd field should come online. There we go. So we have 7 water in storage there, and we have none here. So I'm actually going to change the settings here to store a maximum of 20 at that farm and 10 over here. That way, when this reaches 10, it will begin to deliver all the excess water to the crop farm. I like keeping this menu up here. It will show you how much you're gaining or losing in a month. We haven't made any deliveries yet to the crop, to the town buildings. Looks like we're pretty close though with cattle. There we go, first cattle. So that looks like it's leather. So we'll make 27,000 from that, and we will make 34 and 32 at the farmer's market. So not a bad haul. So we were actually in the green last month we had $95,000 worth of products sold, and we had building upkeep and vehicle maintenance of about 50,000. So that's a stable production line.